Hey guys, so today I don't know why I got the nudge to do something very different, and you all know I follow my little intuitive nudges. So we're going to be using the archetypes, the Wild Unknown Archetypes Oracle, and I'm going to be splitting it into two. I feel like we have to look at two different people for some reason. So left side is going to be like the masculine, because the left side of the brain is more logical, calculating, more deals with, the masculine side of the brain. And then the right side is the feminine side of the brain. So we're going to use that one as the feminine. I don't know why we're doing this, but let's do it. And these come out, these are very difficult to shuffle. I'm not very fond of these cards because of that. So if a whole chunk comes out, I'm just gonna, like that. We're just gonna get the one at the top and flip these over. Okay, so this is for this side. That's what I was over here thinking, the storm. All right, and now for the right side. What's the card for the right side? And we've got the kiss. And the overall energy between these two, ooh, the desert. Okay. So I put this one kind of around there so that I know kind of what the midway point is. And let's read the desert first, because this feels like it's going to be the overall message. Give me 1 second. Let's see. This is 37. Okay, so the desert speaks of the drought, the wasteland, the badlands. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy despite its desolate appearance. Turn towards it rather than away from it. So the desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes' calls surround you. Let the winds and sands work their deep magic, weary traveler. When light, surreal, strange, unexpected visions, silence. When dark, drying, deadening, disorienting, isolating. So if we are doing a masculine, not if, but we are doing a masculine and feminine mix here, it seems like there's no communication right now, because it's about silence, it's about distance between two people. So that's one part of it. Let's go ahead and read the storm. This is the masculine side. So let's see. The storm is the chaos, the whirlwind, the disorder. The storm's intention is to rebalance your equilibrium. It is a result of precarious conditions, not the cause of them. Possessing an energy much like the Tarot's Tower card, the storm undoes all that is. Everything that was solid, known, and relied upon is stripped away by the winds of fate. The ground becomes the sky becomes the center, and then the center disappears. The storm is a great equalizer. No matter how far we've come on the path, no matter our age, wealth, or wisdom, we can't hide from its savage winds. Their disturbing howls stir anxiety and make it impossible to see and think straight. You must wait it out. If you try to fight the storm, you will lose. A better option is to seek temporary shelter and a reliable friend. When all else fails, go within. There, for a moment, you settle into the eye of the storm. When light, meaningful obliteration and annihilation. When dark, meaningless disorder and dysfunction. So I feel like, especially on the masculine side, they may be going a little bit through a dark night of the soul. That's what it feels like. There's a lot happening here with the masculine. So let's see what's going on with the feminine. And they get the kiss. So let's see. The kiss says the touch, the chemistry, the sex. Write down the story of your first kiss. What was changed in that moment? Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy of the kiss is heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate, to become one. It is risky but beautiful business. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self towards union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experiencing as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. When light, sensual expressiveness, merging, inviting. When dark, neediness, pressure, dominance, disrespect. All right, so already a very interesting start. So let's go ahead and see what tarot has to add to that. By the way, guys, please make sure if somebody's messaging you with my picture and my name, that does not mean it's you. I will never be messaging you guys for readings. That's a scammer. Block them, please. You can verify that because their pictures are a few days old. Their account is very new. Mine is not. Mine has tons of content, but please use discernment, okay? And if you want to support what I do, please make sure to comment, share, react, send stars, donations. All of it matters, okay? All right, let's see. Let's start. What's coming up with the storm? All right, so we've got, I'm going to do as light as possible in these because it's going to be 2, so it's going to be extra long. Knight of Swords. So this feels like somebody who is, I would say this person is on a search for truth. And because of the type of card we've got out, this is a search for truth within. Maybe there's something about themselves that they're trying to understand. Hold on. Let's get the clarifiers. Let's see. Let's do at least one clarifier. What is it they're trying to understand about themselves? Oh. So we've got the 3 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So whatever masculine will resonate with this, Ace of Swords. There's a lot of swords. There's clarity, but it's because they've been searching for that clarity. Knight of Swords is someone who's doing research, someone who's looking for answers. And they're looking for answers about heartbreak. Either, I would say it's their heartbreak because we do have the storm, but maybe the cause behind it. And because we have 5 swords overall, they might have realized, oh, you know what? I think I may have more to do with this falling apart than I thought I did. And yeah, that's, I'm actually going to start here. We'll work our way outward. Let's see the feminine side. What do we need to know about the feminine side? Ooh, okay. The feminine side is in a very, I would say a very tough energy. This is somebody who is, this person is ready for battle, but this one is like completely armored up. They've even got a hawk on their hand. Yeah, this person is not playing. The feminine is definitely in her masculine energy right now. Maybe having to protect herself against the masculine because this person is not in armor, whilst this one definitely is. Clarify, King of Swords. Yeah, 7 of Swords. So, and the Hanged Man. So the feminine feels this, whoever it is that I'm connecting with right now, this pair, right? They feel that the masculine may have deceived them, or that the masculine is not honest. And with the Hanged Man, maybe they waited for some time. They waited to see if anything would change. They waited to see if there was going to be growth, if there was going to be development. Nothing happened. So they got into King of Swords mode. They had to make a decision. And maybe that's why the masculine is in the energy of not only the storm, but the Knight of Swords, trying to understand what was behind all of this. Maybe they didn't even realize it. Masculine showing up at the Page of Cups. So this is the energy of somebody who's a little, almost like it's puppy love, really. So maybe they had a crush on the feminine, but it wasn't very strong. Clarify Page of Cups. Or at least they didn't express it strongly. And then we've got the Death and the Seven of Cups. With the Three of Swords. Wow. So yeah, they were heartbroken. Whenever the feminine pulled away, they were heartbroken. But they didn't really feel a lot to begin with, which is why it's like, okay. The ending of this connection, the Death card. Seven of Cups, they saw her as an option. In fact, they treated her like an option, which is why she came into King of Swords mode. But somehow, somehow this is breaking their heart. They're hurt because she walked away, even though they are fully aware that they treated her like an option and they gave very little emotionally. Okay. Let's see the feminine side. Oh yeah, look at that. The shadow side. So the feminine is very aware, right? Because they did come up with the kiss energy. It's like someone who truly wants intimacy. And if this person is showing up as a Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, there's not a lot here. Not a lot is happening. So the feminine was like, oh no, we're not going to do that. This isn't what I was looking for. I wanted something more solid. This person is very much in their shadow side. They probably are doing things that aren't very, are very great, because the shadow side is the side of us that can be aggressive, or it can be, not all shadow side is negative, but in this case, it comes across a little toxic. Somebody who hasn't cleared their trauma, hasn't worked through their wounds. So they can be manipulative, they can gaslight, they can do things to hurt other people without meaning to, of course, but it does end up hurting other people. Clarify the shadow side. Yeah. Strength card. And Ace of Cups. Oh, you see the difference? This person is showing up with the Page of Cups. The feminine, I was going to say the Empress because she shows up, but the feminine is showing up with the Ace of Cups. The feminine's heart was overflowing with affection, love. But that doesn't mean that she's a pushover. She shows up with the Strength card, knowing this connection is most likely not going to go anywhere. And she needs to pull back. She needs to pull back her energy and protect herself, because this person is not, they're not going to match her, right? Not that they're trying to hurt her, but they're just not in that mentality. What else? Yeah, King of Swords. So Mr. over here is matching the King of Swords energy that she has, but where she's doing it to protect, they're doing it to learn. What are they trying to learn? Let's see. Let's see what's at the bottom. Might as well. Keeps coming up. Flip the deck. Eight of Swords. As weird as it may seem, everybody thinks, that this person knew exactly what they were doing. I'm not going to say that, not here, because the shadow side is here, which means that she's aware that this person is acting out of their shadow, which means they're acting out of their subconscious. They may do things without thinking them through. Even if they think them through, they're not aware. They're not self-aware. They're not aware that they're acting out of trauma, acting out of pain. So this person is like digging to understand what happened. How did we get here? Clarify King of Swords. The World card. Yep. Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords. Like this king is struggling to understand what led to this breakdown. What led to them and this feminine falling apart? What led to her thinking that they weren't as invested. I mean, they weren't. But it's like, but how did she know that though? What made her walk away? What gave me away? Well, she's perceptive, first of all. She's not stupid. And it's not about stupidity, because it's more like, she knows the signs. Let me put it that way. She knew the signs of what was happening. So with the World card, it ended. We have 10 swords here, 8, 9, and 10. 8 of Cups. She walked away. There was a cycle completed. And this king is sitting here now trying to understand. The fact that they came out with the storm, for some reason, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive, but they were giving very little emotion, or they felt very little emotion. But it's like now that she's gone, they're going through the storm. What's that about? Let's see. What about the feminine? 5 of Pentacles. So this card, especially right now, because we're talking about the feminine, you see this little flower here? This was the reason she walked away, is this was really affecting her her sense of self. Because 5 of Pentacles is like when somebody starts feeling not that great about their about themselves, about who they are, where they're at. And she knew she needed to heal. She was letting this connection affect her too much. She was putting too much weight on what this person thought of her. And the fact that they gave very little is like they didn't really value her. And she started not valuing herself. And she was like, oh, wait, no, this has got to be fixed. Clarify 5 of Pentacles. Look at that. The Devil. Yeah. So it brought out, it made her get in touch with her own shadow side too, in the sense that sometimes our shadow side isn't about manipulation or gaslighting. Sometimes our shadow side is about playing the victim, being the damsel in distress, feeling like we need somebody to save us, codependency. And the fact that the kiss is here means she might have tried merging with this person, because she did come up with the Ace of Cups. But with the 7 of Cups, realizing that she was an option was it impacted her a lot. But with the Star, she's going to be honest with herself. She's going to be vulnerable. That's why the Star is naked. And address how she got here. How she ended up in a connection where she was allowing somebody else to make her feel this way. Because nobody can make you feel a way you don't allow them to make you feel, right? So she knows that. On the masculine side, 9 of Wands. So meanwhile, this masculine is very much like, well, I've been rejected. I've been, I didn't want that anyways. Well, no, they didn't, because they're showing up with the Page of Cups. But somehow, 5 of Cups, this still bothers them, still affecting them, I think on a much larger scale than they imagined it would. Interestingly enough, 9 of Wands is also, it's being guarded, but look at him. He's literally got this little looking glass. He's guarded, but he's also possibly watching her or expecting some sort of message, reaction. Clarify 9 of Wands. 10 of Swords. I'm telling you, this ending. And the Magician. You know what, though? This is what's really funny. Not funny. Interesting. This person didn't really feel much for her, right? That's why they show up as a page. It's like they had the, oh yeah, I appreciate this person. It's nice talking to her, and et cetera, et cetera. But I wouldn't say that there was a depth of connection here. So this feels a little bit more like, especially if they knew that this person had deep feelings, they might have just liked the adulation, the adoration. They might have liked the attention and warmth they received from her, but they weren't really giving anything back. Because it keeps affecting them, but if you can clearly see the Page of Cups is the only emotion out there. This person is very cerebral. They don't really do emotions. So with the Magician, Now they're just trying to think of ways to see if they can get her to talk to them. I don't understand why, but that's their focus right now. They don't like this ending. They're not satisfied with it. They feel like this needs to change. Okay. Let's see the feminine side. King of Wands. So this is either another king entering the feminine's life, or a realization. A realization that she was dealing with a King of Wands, which I just said that. I said they might have liked her attention. A King of Wands can be very egotistical, unfortunately. Yeah. With the Tower, this is what prompted her to, I don't know how she figured it out. At some point she figured out the King of Wands kind of, it's like somebody who wants to have like a harem of people, right? They're greedy. They don't, and I'm not saying all King of Wands are like this, but depending on the energy, this is the one I'm feeling here. This is somebody who's not very, they don't really practice restraint well. Let me put it that way. Not when it comes to things like this. Clarify King of Wands. We've got the Nine of Cups, yep, Three of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. So with the Nine of Cups, this is definitely somebody who is very indulgent, right? Like I said, restraint is not their forte. They don't understand why they would have to restrain themselves from something they like or from someone they like. They don't understand that every choice leads to a consequence. Cause and effect, right? So this person is kind of a very live in the moment type. Three of Wands, they're also looking for the next best thing also. They like the beginning of things. So maybe the reason that they have the Seven of Cups, where it's like this feminine was one of their many options, is because they like the beginning of romance. They like the dating phase. They like the falling in love phase. And then when things get to real, they're like, yeah, boring, done. Because that's not what they're after. That's not their goal. When they date, it's for fun. It's for play. It's not for keeps. All right, let's see. Tell me about this masculine. That's too many. Well, yeah, it's too many. Let's do the Five of Pentacles. So with the Five of Pentacles, this is definitely somebody who has struggled with feelings of inadequacy. They have struggled with feelings of value. And the problem with this is that's why they project that onto other people. If somebody doesn't feel value within themselves, they cannot perceive value in other people. Or they struggle to express that. Not always, because I know there's going to be people saying, oh, no, it's not true. Okay, not always. But in this case, this person struggles to feel value within themselves, and therefore they struggle to express value to other people. And what I mean by that is there's going to be somebody who might be ultra critical, might be very, they might throw barbs, a little bit poisoned barbs here and there. And they just consider that reality. This is somebody who's very stuck on being the honest person. So ultimately, they don't really come off as somebody who wants to be sweet or supportive. And they might think they are, but they're not. They're really not. So with the Seven of Wands, they're also very guarded in the sense that they don't let people close to them, because they don't believe themselves to be of value. So why would anybody want to be close to them? It makes them instantly suspicious if anybody wants to be close. Clarify Five of Pentacles. Of course, they've probably been hurt a lot too, so that might also play a factor. Ace of Cups with the Five of Cups. Oh, interesting. So although they were in the Page of Cups stage, remember the feminine showed up with the Ace of Cups. So she was very good at pouring into them. That's what they miss. It's not so much that they miss her. They miss what she gave them. So basically, if they found another person that could treat them the same way she would, they would move on. They haven't moved on because it's almost like, this is going to sound really cruel, but let's be real, okay? That's what we're here to do, be honest. It's almost like this is somebody who's very focused on, let's say, food. They're a very food-oriented person, or comfort, right? And so their partner is somebody who is one of the best cooks in the world, or they're very wealthy. They don't love the person, they love what they are getting from the person. So if they find somebody who can match that, they will walk away from that person. In fact, they would usually find somebody who can surpass what their current partner's giving. So I don't know if these two were in a connection, but what the feminine was giving them was nurturing. Ace of Cups. She was pouring into their cup. What they lacked within themselves, she was giving. But because they weren't giving back, she was ending up depleted while they were, they were liking it. They were enjoying it. So Five of Cups, what they're grieving, because remember I said there was sorrow here and I didn't understand it. That's why. They're grieving that their chef, their wealthy person, isn't there anymore. Not that they miss her. It's what she gave them, how she made them feel. Let's see. Seven of Cups. Yeah. So, Two of Cups. Unfortunately, the feminine shows up feeling like this is a love connection. Feeling like there's love on both sides. There's, it's mutual. It's this huge attraction because they feel attracted, right? They feel an intellectual connection. I think there definitely was an intellectual connection just because they both show up as King of Swords. But the attraction and the love was on this side. I don't see that over here. Not really. But I think at some point, remember the Tower was the one that just came out as the overall energy right before this one. At some point, the feminine realized this is an illusion. This isn't reality. This is wishful thinking. It's what I want. It doesn't mean that that's what's happening. Clarify Seven of Cups. Knight of Swords. With the Ace of Swords. So it's almost, okay. Something else this feminine realized, because they're showing up with the Kiss. What they're searching for is something like this. They're searching for something real. They're searching for something stable, for something loving. And what they're realizing, which is why the Seven of Cups is here, this person showed up with the Knight of Swords energy, right? Here we have Knight of Swords. This is somebody who, remember I said they're in their shadow energy. They're not in their best. So they might say things just to get what they want. And I'm not saying, it doesn't have to be sexual. It doesn't have to be that. Because, some people are like, oh no, I'm smarter than that. He never slept with me. But he got the attention, the love, the affection, all those years. So it doesn't have to be just be sex. Whatever it is that they needed from this feminine, whether it was support, attention, affection, love, sex, money maybe, whatever it was that they needed from this feminine. This is somebody who is very willing, if I could pick this up, because they showed up with the Magician, right? They're very willing to say whatever needs to be said to get whatever it is they want. And at some point, this feminine realized that. She was like, you know what? I think this is just me. I'm a tool for this person. I'm not really important to them. I'm just part of their roster. Of what? Only, it's going to depend. But yeah, she was on the roster. What else? Masculine. Talk about the masculine. This one was at the bottom. Page of Swords. And again, the Magician. So this this person is definitely a little sneaky. But they're doing, remember when over here I said they're probably watching her? They are watching her. I'm not sure what their purpose is in watching her. But this feminine ended the connection. Again, they don't really want her. They want what she gives them. Clarify Page of Swords. Four of Cups with the Sun. Okay, so what they are realizing, now we have 3 swords on this side of the table, the Knight, the Page, and the King. It does hurt their heart that she's gone. They're not happy with the fact that she's not there because she brought a lot of light into their world. This wasn't their love. They wouldn't say this is the love of their life or anything, but they appreciated with the Sun card here. She brought a lot of warmth. She brought a lot of possibly playfulness, joy, laughter, happiness into their world. And now that she's not there, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Now they're back in darkness, back. That's what the storm is about, probably. So I think that they're watching her with the Magician because they're trying to figure out how to get their supply, right? Think of this like a supplier. She's supplying something to them. They're thinking of how to reinitiate the supply line. Let's see. Tell us about the feminine. Six of Pentacles. See, I'm telling you, she was very generous with them. I don't know what it is she was giving them. 9 of Cups. Okay, see, this is where her shadow side is definitely coming through. It's coming through because she enjoyed giving them something that nobody else gave them. Whatever it was, whether it was the type of attention that this person needed, the type of love this person needed, the type of monetary, financial support this person needed, whatever it was that this person needed, this person was getting a little bit of a high off of being their drug of choice. They enjoyed that this person was starting to need them. Even if, because this is Pisces Jupiter, right? That is a little codependent. Even if they realize this person does not love me, but they're starting to need me. And this is kind of like, this is that type of connection, which is why the Six of Pentacles is here, because it's an imbalance. It's an imbalance in giving and taking, but it's done purposely on both sides because, okay, so let me think of a good analogy. Let's say that there's a couple, right, where the masculine is the one always providing financial support, and they do that because they feel like, well, I'm giving her an easy life, right? Then she won't leave me because I'm giving her an easier life than someone else. And yet, they're not really thinking about the fact that she may be with them only for that purpose. In fact, some people who are really broken might take pride in that. Yeah, I can give her a life nobody else wants. She might cheat on me. She might lie to me. She might gaslight me, manipulate me. But guess what? She won't leave me because I pay her bills. Where's the pride in that? I don't get that. So whatever this person over here was doing, they were doing that type of toxic codependency, which is why they're showing up with their shadow side too. And they're realizing that. This is why they pulled away. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not really being confident in what I give, because if I was, I wouldn't need to be giving so much just to make sure somebody likes me. I would know that they're going to like me. So they start realizing, oh, this is bad. This is turning into codependency. This is turning into an addiction when this person doesn't even love me. Clarify Six of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, yeah. With the Knight of Wands. See, this is calling out both sides. It's calling out this side because they were basically using somebody as a tool, but it's calling this side out because this person was in the very Knight of Cups energy. It's a fantasy. It's the codependent energy of like, maybe if I give them this, they won't walk away. Maybe if I supply them with this, they'll love me more. Maybe, I have to raise the bar in some way so that nobody else can match what I give, because then this person will stay. It's not about love, though. This isn't love. This is codependency. This person had the desire to merge with another. They have this desire for intimacy, but it's making them do things that are quite stupid, frankly. Well, and I shouldn't say stupid because it's out of trauma, right? It's not like they're not intelligent. It's just that they're acting out of their subconscious, their wounds. With the masculine. Tell me about the masculine. The Hierophant. Oh boy. This just took it to another level. Oh Lord. And the Lovers. Is this person married? Oh Lord, watch this person be married. I think this person is married. So to top all of that off, I think this king was married. This King of Swords. We're gonna call him King of Swords. I think the King of Swords is married. And I think this person knew. And the reason I'm saying that this makes it worse is because what I just explained about them giving something nobody else could give, this person might have, and I'm not saying this is how it happened, right? Because it's a collective, it could vary person to person. But I feel like this person knew this person was not getting something out of their partner, something that they could naturally give. So they gave more of it, because it's almost like a really manipulative way of creating dissent between between partners. Because they want to be compared, they want to be mentally compared to who they've got. And that's why the shadow side come out, because that is toxic. That's not healthy. Clarify the Hierophant. Page of Wands. And the Five of Wands. So there was definitely, this was definitely going to be causing conflict between this couple. Because Page of Wands, it created the feeling of like, well, what if I start exploring though? What if I start exploring outside of my relationship? What if I explore with other people? Because it starts creating this unhappy dynamic. So let's say, for example, this person is a jokester, right? They like pranks and their partner doesn't. So then this person's always sending them prank videos, and if they're funny too. So they exchange that, they create a bond, and they create some sort of fulfillment that their partner cannot create. Does that make sense? So I'm not saying it's that, but that's an example. So of course it's going to create this tension between the couple. And we have 6 wands here. It's calling this person out in the sense that that's a little egotistical, because, you know, they're kind of in the energy of like, that's right, only I can give them that. That's not good. That is not good. So how about the feminine side? The Moon. Okay, so this is getting a little better. And the High Priestess, yes, much better. I like it because we did get the shadow side, the Moon, and the High Priestess, which means this person is on some level connected to their higher self. And what they started understanding is how unhealthy their behavior was. How, in their own way, they're over here upset that this person is using them, but they are being manipulative themselves. They're not being, they're not respecting somebody else's connection. They're not being, they're not placing boundaries. They have ulterior motives when they do things, and that's not okay. Clarify the Moon. Seven of Swords. Yep, like I said. With the Page of Cups. So this person started really examining themselves because they want to be at a better place, right? They want to be a better person. This is somebody who wants to grow, because otherwise they wouldn't examine their shadow otherwise. They start examining their shadow like, oh, this is coming from a self-worth place. I'm not being honest. I'm doing things that might possibly be causing conflict and tension in somebody else's relationship, all because it's giving me like some emotional fulfillment, because I can't have the person, but I can have a piece of them. And that's not okay. Definitely not okay. Well, let's see. Because it starts creating conflict in this person's mind of like, should I choose this person or should I choose my partner? When before, maybe they were fine. What about the masculine? Temperance. With the Knight of Cups. So ultimately, temperance. This could mean a couple of different things. On one hand, this could mean that this person wanted to work on their marriage, right? They might have realized the unhealthy dynamic here and start working on their marriage. Or the feelings started growing between them and this other person. They went from the Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups now. Because they were getting something from this person that they weren't getting in their connection. Let's clarify temperance. Three of Wands and the Magician. The Ten of Swords. Interestingly enough, I think this came after this person walked away. After the split. Because remember I said there's this, there's like a realization that they miss this person. More they don't miss the person, they miss what this person gave them. But still, it's natural to this person. Whatever they were giving, it comes naturally to this person. So it felt like the person that they miss. And there was an ending. After the ending is when this person is like they want harmony with this person. They want to continue, remember the supply, they want to continue the supply. So sitting here trying to figure out ways to bring this person back because their feelings are growing. So I guess in this case, it is true that absence makes the heart grow fonder. It doesn't always happen that way, but in this case, it's apparently happening. Let's see. Let's see the feminine side. King of Pentacles. It's interesting because this is the feminine side, but they keep showing up as kings. So this is, oh wow, literally. I was about to say, I was like, this is a feminine energy that's definitely stepping into their masculine. So maybe before they had been too much in the kiss energy. They had been too much in the, oh, I would love to have a partner. I would love to have somebody to hold hands with, somebody to kiss, somebody to snuggle, and somebody, like they were too much in their emotions. And now they're stepping back. They're in their masculine. They're being objective with themselves even. They're being impartial. They're being very clear, almost militant with themselves. Like, what were you thinking? Why would you do that? King of Wands. They're being very assertive. I feel like they cut off the connection. That's King of Wands energy, King of Swords energy. They cut off the connection. They meant it. They said what they said, and they kept it that way. King of Pentacles. So this is a couple of things. This is like understanding their value, because remember, they were at Five of Pentacles energy. A King of Pentacles is somebody who definitely knows their value. This is somebody who has the Midas touch, right? They wouldn't accept second-rate treatment from anybody. So it's almost like this person was in their shadow and then they realized, wait a minute, I'm doing this manipulative bullshit because I feel like I'm not enough and I have to overgive to whoever this is so that they'll love me. But why am I accepting only receiving a piece of this person when I can find a partner who gives me everything that they are? This is not okay. So they definitely step into their masculine, into emperor mode, because they have to stop being the overgiver. They have to learn boundaries. They have to learn to respect themselves. They have to learn to be assertive, to go after what they want. And this is not what they want. They don't want to be the person that's just supplying a certain emotion to somebody else. Very good. Oh, wait, let's clarify. Clarify King of Pentacles. Ooh, that one popped out. Yeah, the Sun card. Because remember when I said the Two of Wands, I said that they brought this person sunlight, right? Joy, happiness. But it never showed this person bringing that to them. Because they were supplying something to this person. But all they were getting in return was knowing that they gave this person something no one else did. That's it. They weren't getting much, because that's the whole point of why we had the Six of Pentacles here. There was an imbalance in the giving. That's why Emperor mode is activated. This person's like, no, no, no. I want somebody who wants to make me happy too. I want somebody who, this is Aries Mars, knows what they want and they come after me. I don't want to have to be running after a person that I'm interested in. Accepting morsels, accepting breadcrumbs. Very good. Okay. Last row. Let's see. What's about the masculine? Three of Wands. With the Ten of Pentacles. So on the masculine side, they kind of got really used to this feminine giving to them, right? Their Five of Pentacles was satiated with whatever she was supplying to them. So Three of Wands, they're still in the energy of waiting. They're in the energy of, is she going to come back? Is she going to change her mind? What's going on? Clarify Three of Wands. The World card. So this is going to be a lesson for them too. The Seven of Swords, yeah. This is going to be a lesson for them. The World card is, of course, when we meet people, we're lessons to each other, right? Either lessons or blessings or both. So here's the thing. When there's an imbalance in giving, people usually look at the person that's receiving as lucky, right? But you know what's interesting about that is that the person that gives is the person that's missed the most. The person that receives, that's easy. Anybody can do that. But are they giving anything in return? Because once the giver gets tired of giving and they move on, the taker is the one that's going to feel it sharply. The person that was the taker is going to struggle to replace the giver, whereas a giver can find anybody to take, really. So this is a lesson for them on being honest, on maybe what type of connection they were building with this person. Was it healthy in their, because they were married, right? That's the energy I got. Was it healthy for their connection to be building this type of bond with someone else outside of their marriage? And Seven of Swords, I don't know that they're ready for that conversation, but they already have a family. And they were building this dynamic, because look at this. This is the dynamic of somebody who is with a redhead, but their true partner would be this person, their match, right? So it's almost like they were creating a dynamic of a relationship with this person of like, oh, I have feelings for you, but I'm with the wrong person, but I have to stay with them. Like it started creating this really toxic connection between these two. It's just not okay either. All right, let's see the feminine side. Oh, yes. Queen of Pentacles. Very good. So this side, Ace of Wands. I like it. I like it. I like it. Because this side over here, the feminine side, she had to step into her masculine. And I say she because I said feminine side, not that it's gender oriented. She had to step into her masculine to walk away, right? The desert, no communication. She had to break away. Both people felt it. But because she's the giver, she knows how to fix herself. She knows now she's giving to herself. She's realizing that she was accepting breadcrumbs because she wasn't pouring into herself. She's a giver, but she wasn't giving to herself. Clarify Queen of Pentacles. It's not the Queen of Pentacles. It's about nurturing. Yes, Page of Pentacles. It's about nurturing her inner child. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles again. So this is actually several levels of nurturing. This is nurturing her inner child. Maybe giving her inner child attention, like buying children's books, coloring books, doing shadow work, nurturing meals that she loved as a child, watching movies she loved as a child, connecting to her inner child. Queen of Pentacles, it's also about nourishing herself, self-care, right? Maybe going to the gym, maybe buying herself nice outfits. It's about boosting her confidence again. And with the Ace of Wands, she's definitely coming back. This side over here is already getting a comeback because they're making a comeback because they're pouring into themselves. So of course they're going to make a comeback. People are like plants. Pour into them and they'll grow. Even if it's yourself pouring into you, especially if it's yourself, actually. All right, so we've got the Seven of Wands. Meanwhile, back at the farm. Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that. Knight of Pentacles. So this person over here is still a little confused. They're still a little confused about what's happening. They're like, but this person was so happy to give to me, and I was so happy to take. Why did they stop giving? I mean, I don't understand. So they're very defensive. They're very upset. They feel like this person just came in, built a bond, ran away, and they don't understand everything that's happening behind the scenes, right? So they may have even blocked this person, or they're just very defensive. But overall, we've got 10 wands here too. This is getting heavy on them because they're not sure why they have to be carrying this alone when there's somebody perfectly willing to give them the energy that was helping them deal with this. So with the Knight of Pentacles, there might be some, I don't know why I want to say stagnancy. Like things are slowing down for them for some reason. And that could be because they're going through the storm. They might be entering into some dark night of the soul. Let's see. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Four of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So because this person is the left side of the brain person, the right side of the brain person. So they're the person that uses their intuition. This is somebody who uses symbolism. There's somebody that uses their emotions. They identified their shadow side pretty fast. I don't know how fast. I don't know how long this went on, but they realized, wait a minute, something is off here. Something's wrong. Why is there an imbalance? Why do I feel imbalanced? And they start digging. And they start recalibrating. The person that uses the left side of the brain is very analytical. So although pain is felt, Three of Swords, it's felt more in the mental sense than in the emotional sense. This person doesn't know how to connect to their emotions. So they just feel burdened because they get all in their head. They don't know how to ground themselves. With the Four of Swords, this is about them tapping into what's happening. Like maybe, remember I said it's urging them to learn, especially with the storm. I said they might be going through some dark night of the soul. They might start looking into, why do I feel this way? I always felt this way. This person comes in, they make it better, and they leave, and now it feels 10 times worse than it was before this person ever arrived. But it made them, it's like this person was a catalyst to show them what they were missing. Because before that, they were fine. Even if they were always in Five of Pentacles mode, they didn't know any better. After receiving whatever it is that they got from this Empress, I think it was more like love, affection. She could have made the Five of Pentacles also feeling quite low. Maybe she would tell them things like, oh my God, you're amazing. You're this, like really hype them up type of energy. So now not having her makes them start looking into, why did I need that so much? Am I not giving that to myself? So yeah. Oh, let's look at this one. Talk about the feminine side. Knight of Swords. Yeah, because see, here's the thing. Seven of Pentacles. The feminine shows up very willing to dig. It's very, this is like a let's get to it. Let's get to it. I've got to do this. Action oriented. These swords over here are more passive. And it's interesting that this is the deck I chose for this side, but I just did. And these swords are more passive. They're not really action oriented. They're just kind of standing there unsure. And this one's over here charging. Like, let's go. Move. Clarify Knight of Swords. Ten of Cups. Yeah, because this person, because they are driven by emotion, Knight of Pentacles. Because this person is driven by emotion, they can identify quickly when something isn't making them happy, when something isn't fulfilling them, when something is off. They can identify that quickly. So they charge towards the problem. They advance. I'm not saying that they always do that, but in this area of life, at least, this is what they do. Whereas this person over here, does not connect, because of course they're, if we're talking about the chakras, right, and they're all in their head, is third eye energy, crown chakra energy, throat chakra energy. It is not the root, the sacral, the solar. They don't have confidence in themselves. They don't trust themselves. They don't get in touch with their intuition. So how are they going to address the things that this person is already addressing? I'm not saying that only this person was at fault, but I'm saying this person can identify their shadow side faster. Does that make sense? I hope that made sense. All right. How about the masculine? How about the masculine? Oh, look at that. King of Cups. Somebody's wanting to connect with their emotions, huh? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, very good, very good. Like I said, this, I'm going to say this Queen of Pentacles only because it's supposed to be the feminine, but they're showing up strong masculine. The feminine was definitely a catalyst for this person, because they're understanding why this person could, first of all, be such a giver. Second of all, identify their weaknesses so quickly. And third, move on while they're still stuck. And they want to understand why. And once they understand it, they're like, okay, well, I want to do that too. I don't want to stay stuck. So it almost made them, not almost, it made them go on this journey of how can I do that too? Clarify King of Cups. Yeah, Empress. See, this is what I mean. To them, this was the Empress. I figured, because that was a big switch to the masculine, which means before she was all in her feminine with them. She was an Empress energy. She gave them all the things that the four queens give. And with her, they were in their feelings. But they had, I wouldn't say again that it was love, because King of Cups energy is very affectionate. There's a lot of emotion, but it's not in love. To me, that would be more the Queen of Cups. But yeah, the Six of Wands, they really liked it. It made them feel really good. It made them feel really good. Whatever it was she was giving them, it just boosted their self-esteem, their ego, their sense of importance, their value. When she was around, they felt valuable. They felt strong. They felt loving. But with the Wheel of Fortune, that was her role in their life. That's what she was meant to do. That's what she was meant to teach them. Let's see. Tell us about the feminine. Knight of Cups. Okay. Well, this one over here is still out looking for love. Knight of Cups. The feminine's still excited about the idea. Like, this didn't ruin love for her. She just knows she was giving to somebody who couldn't give back, and that's okay. But she's still very much into love. Clarify Knight of Cups. King of Swords. She just thinks she has to be strategic. And she has to be careful to not come across people who maybe have low self-esteem, Five of Pentacles, because then they won't give back. They don't know how to give back because they're depleted within themselves. They don't have anything to give back. So now she's just like, okay, I'll love again. I just need to be more careful, be more discerning next time. Let's see. Last card for the masculine. The Devil. And the Ten of Cups. This is going to be a little bit of a double whammy, because I feel like it came out after the King of Cups. So on one hand, I feel like that's why the storm came out, because this person is stepping into the side of themselves that wants to get in touch with their emotions. They want to also pursue their happiness. They want to also be, sensitive, intuitive, creative, loving. They want to be all those things. Especially now that they had it, they know what it feels like for a partner to receive that. They want to be that partner too. So I think that this is sending them on this journey of exploring their shadow side as well, because this is the Devil. That's exactly what it means, the shadow side. And on the other hand, it's causing a little bit of disruption in their life because they were so dependent on this person to give them these doses of sunshine, warmth, love, affection. And it's definitely put them in a difficult position to not receive that anymore. Because again, it turned into like a codependency, into like an addiction. Clarify the devil. Eight of Cups, yeah. So, again, the Empress. So this feminine walking away definitely caused a shift over here with the masculine. They're starting to look into themselves. They're starting to work on themselves. They're trying to understand why they became so dependent on this energy. What is it that, because maybe they didn't even understand, what is it that about this person that had me dependent on them for what? What is it that I need? What is it that I'm not giving to myself? So that in itself is wonderful that they're examining that. They're trying to get in touch with that. In fact, I feel like this person is very masculine, and now they're getting inside with their feminine. They're getting in touch with their feminine side. Whereas this person was overly feminine, they're getting in touch with their masculine side. All right, last card for the feminine. Ooh. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. We are ready for fun, ready to move, and ready to go. King of Cups. So here's the thing. It's not like either person in this storyline, if you resonate with it, it's because neither person sat here despising the other person. It's not like either people are like disgusted with the other person. It's more like King of Cups is here on both sides. There's a lot of affection still, but there's also the understanding of we're not good for each other right now. We're not in a very good space. The shadow side is coming out on both. The Five of Pentacles is coming out on both. There's a lot of I need to work on me separately. And maybe with time, it could be a friendship again. Clarify Page of Wands. This one over here is ready to explore all over again. We've got the Four of Wands. With the Knight of Cups. So, like I said, they're very excited to fall in love again. They're very excited to continue getting in touch with someone else, connecting with another person, because they are still the kiss. This is somebody who loves the idea of partnership. So yeah, they're looking for their love, and they know this one wasn't it, but they will search for it. They understand it was just time to go. So yeah, this one was different. This one's definitely different. If you guys enjoyed it, well, I hope you enjoyed it, but if you did, please make sure to put your feedback, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Okay, love y'all. Bye bye.